Renew is reusing furniture to renew hope. And it all started back when a mission trip to Africa, when I came home from that and just couldn't process the difference between extreme poverty and extreme wealth, because I'm a designer in Nashville, and the people I deal with on a day-to-day basis, we just all have so much excess and so much wealth, and it was really hard to process the difference. So I knew there was something I was supposed to be doing, and that's where Renew started. And then very quickly, Pat Shea, the CEO of YWCA, and I met, and she put together, I had the stuff, and then I just needed the women and children, and she had the women and children to help. And after that, it has just been an amazing journey to be a part of, with Cheryl Hayes and Suzanne Bodell and people all along beside us. There's about 9 of us that work constantly on Renew to bring furniture to the homeless and abused women and children here in the Nashville area. And it's been an amazing journey to be a part of, because I think it is one of the newest venues to help the homeless and the abused women and children here in Nashville. And what we've been doing is, our goal was to do about 6 homes in the first year, and we did 13 homes in our first year. And now we've done 22 homes, and we're on our way to many more. And what we do is we gather furniture from donations. It's all donated or given to us. And basically the women and children come in with nothing. They've run from their abuser in the middle of the night or in the day, and they basically have nothing. And they have gone to go live in the YWCA shelter. They're allowed to stay there for 90 days, and then we get them. But we only get them if they are have a job and their kids are in school and they're drug and alcohol free, and they're really trying to make it, but they just don't have anybody to come along beside them. And what used to happen with these women would be the Y would put them into housing, but they weren't allowed to give them anything except for an air mattress. So they would be in the housing with their kids. And one time we walked in, and there were literally 4 children and a mom with 1 air mattress and maybe a cup from Wendy's and a fork from Wendy's in the house, and that's what they have. And for most of us, we can't imagine life being like that. So Renew came along as a perfect answer to that, to provide them with items they need for their homes. So we bring everything from food in the cabinets to dishes and utensils, the beds, the bedding, everything you need to set up a house, we bring to them. And what's been really neat to see is that the statistics have started changing for the YWCA, where they used to have a lot of the women and children go back to the abuser because it was too hard to be out on their own and they didn't have what they needed, that they would actually, the statistics from the Y were about 7 times, an average of 7 times, the woman would go back to her abuser, check back in to being saved, go back to her abuser. And now, because of Renew, so far after 13 months, they've had 100% of the women that we have helped stay in their homes, which I think is a lot to do with it being creating a safe haven for them where they have everything they need for their kids and for them to feel like they can make it. And I think what's really interesting about all the people who have helped us, and it does take about an average of over 20 people per house, you know, probably even more than that, donate their items and their times and their stuff and their money and their effort and their love and their support and their care to help just one apartment, where we make it to where we've got everything we need and we set it up, and these women and children can feel like it is home. And I was going to read you a couple of the notes from these women and children, because when they come home, they cry and just can't believe that a stranger would do this for them. And one little boy, he was 4 years old, and we had put a little card table and Legos and crayons and paints all set up, and he wouldn't go to bed all night long, as Mom told us, and she told him he had to go to bed, and he said, "But Mom, when I wake up in the morning, it may not be here." So he didn't want to leave the card table and his toys because he thought they'd be taken away. And the moms, when they talk to us about how we've, Renew has just changed their life, it literally has. And here's a note from one of them. It just says, "I just wanted to thank you all for what you are doing for my children. It means more than you could ever imagine. Also, you are giving us a chance to start over and rebuild our lives." And then this other lady wrote, "Words cannot express how much I feel grateful for you. All the people who are helping me, complete strangers helping myself and my kids. You all have done so much with your helping hands. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. May God bless all of you." And we can't have these women and children come to speak on the video as much as they would like to tell you how much it means to them because of the situation with the abuse. We can't put them in jeopardy of somebody recognizing them or talking, finding out where they are or possibly being able to locate them. So it is a precarious situation with being careful with who we allow to be revealed as who we've helped. But they are very thankful for everything we've done, and just most of the time I just can't even express words about how much it has changed the pattern, hopefully, of the abuse, and maybe we don't even know what all it's doing to keep the cycle from the kids growing up thinking that abuse is okay. But it's really been an amazing journey to be on, and it does take a lot of people to help and to donate and to give items that will go straight back out into the Nashville community and to help women and children right here in our own backyard, in our own communities, to change their lives. So thank you for considering Renew at the YWCA as one of your charities.